Samsung's next foldable marvel, the Galaxy Z Fold7, is finally here, and it's shaping up to be the company's thinnest and sleekest foldable ever. Thanks to a fresh leak from Android headlines, we now have our first detailed glimpse at Samsung's next-generation foldable, and trust us, this one's a game-changer. While the design doesn't stray far from the Z Fold 6, it introduces the biggest refinement we've seen in years for Samsung's Z Fold lineup, a familiar yet refined design. At first glance, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 might look like its predecessor, the same book-style fold, vertical camera layout, and sleek aluminum frame. But don't be fooled. Samsung has refined the details. Slimmer bezels on the inner display give it a more immersive look. The hinge is more streamlined, possibly reducing the crease and boosting durability. Overall, it feels like Samsung's most polished foldable yet. While the design language remains consistent, the subtle changes could make a big difference in everyday use. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is incredibly thin. Here's where things get really exciting. This might just be Samsung's slimmest foldable ever. Just 4.5 millimeters thick when unfolded. That's significantly thinner than the Z Fold 6. When folded, it's expected to measure around 9.8 millimeters, making it 2.3 millimeters thinner than last year's Fold 6. For comparison, Z Fold 6 Special Edition, 4.9 millimeters unfolded, 10.6 millimeters folded. Z Fold 6, 5.6 millimeters unfolded, 12.1 millimeters folded. Z Fold 7, 4.5 millimeters unfolded, 9.8 millimeters folded. Samsung has achieved this slim form without compromising durability, which is a huge engineering feat. However, the camera bump remains a mystery. Leaks suggest it's just 0.5 millimeters, but if Samsung is indeed using a 200-megapixel sensor, expect a slightly chunkier camera module. Even with this, the Fold 7 will be one of the thinnest book-style foldables in the world, just slightly behind Oppo's Find N5, 4.2 millimeters unfolded, 8.93 millimeters folded. A bigger, more usable display. One of the biggest complaints about Samsung's foldables has been the narrow cover screen. That might finally change with the Fold 7's wider, more spacious outer display. 8.2-inch inner display, slightly larger than before. 6.5-inch cover screen, now wider for improved usability. 158.4 x 143.1 x 4.5 millimeters dimensions, making the cover screen 11 millimeters wider than the Fold 6. This fixes one of the Fold's biggest weaknesses, a cramped outer screen that wasn't the most comfortable for typing. Now, one-handed use should feel much better. Under the hood, power meets efficiency. Samsung isn't holding back when it comes to performance. Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, same as the S25 series, will power the Fold 7. Rumors suggest a 7-core variant for better thermals. Exynos 2500? Unlikely. Samsung's Qualcomm partnership suggests an all-Snapdragon strategy. Battery? No big surprises. The 4,400 mAh cell returns for another year, while competitors are squeezing in 5,600 mAh batteries using silicon carbon tech. Samsung needs to step up here. S Pen? A slight change. There's talk of a thicker S Pen, but it is unclear if Samsung will retain the Bluetooth Air actions. Launch timeline. When can you get it? Samsung has been pushing its foldable launches earlier each year, but with the Galaxy S25 series arriving slightly later than usual, the Z Fold 7 might follow suit. Expected announcement, mid-July 2025, sales begin shortly after. This means we're just months away from seeing Samsung's best foldable yet in action. Final thoughts, is the Galaxy Z Fold 7 the foldable to beat? With its thinner, sleeker design, wider cover screen, and big camera upgrades, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is shaping up to be one of the best foldables yet. It may not be the absolute thinnest, but it strikes the perfect balance between design, durability, and performance. Samsung is reportedly working on a redesigned S Pen for the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7, and this time the change might actually be a game-changer, a refreshing contrast to the controversial shift seen with the Galaxy S25 Ultra's S Pen. A thicker S Pen for a more natural writing experience. While the Galaxy Z Fold 7 isn't expected to feature a built-in S Pen slot, Samsung might still have something exciting in store. According to tipster at Panda Flash Pro, the company is set to introduce a brand new S Pen with a redesigned tip later this year. The key highlight, a slightly thicker tip that promises a smoother, more natural writing experience, something that could make digital note-taking and sketching feel even more like pen on paper. If the rumor holds true, mass production for this revamped S Pen is expected to start in June 2025, just in time for the Galaxy Z Fold 7's anticipated July launch. However, as exciting as this sounds, it's best to take this leak with a grain of salt, as Panda Flash Pro's track record has been a bit inconsistent. What else is changing? It's still unclear whether this new S Pen will be closer in size to the previous Fold Edition S Pen or more like the S Pen Pro, Another mystery is whether Samsung will include Bluetooth support for air actions and gesture controls, which would be a big win for power users. The Galaxy Z Fold7, a foldable powerhouse in the making. According to well-known insider at thinnest, the Galaxy Z Fold7 is shaping up to be a major upgrade across the board. Here's what we can expect. Bigger, more efficient displays with higher resolution and reduced crease. A powerful 200-megapixel main camera with an improved under-display inner selfie camera. A thinner, lighter, and more durable build with enhanced water and dust resistance. Snapdragon 8 Elite processor for top-tier performance. Larger vapor chamber, better hinge, and improved speakers for a superior multimedia experience. Faster 45-watt charging and He2-ready accessories for seamless wireless charging. A new S Pen Fold edition optimized for the foldable display camera, and performance upgrades. Samsung to be bumping up the screen sizes, with a rumored 6.5-inch cover screen and a larger 8-inch foldable inner display. The crease is expected to be even less noticeable, and the panels will be more power efficient, making for a more immersive experience. As for cameras, don't expect a major hardware overhaul, but the Fold7 might pack a 200-megapixel primary sensor, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 10-megapixel telephoto camera. On the front, a 12-megapixel selfie shooter could bring it in line with the Galaxy S25 series. Under the hood, we're looking at top-tier power. A Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, at least 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, all running on One UI 7 straight out of the box. Samsung is gearing up to launch its highly anticipated foldable smartphones later this year, and excitement is already building. Rumors suggest the Galaxy Z Fold7 and Galaxy Z Flip7 will refine the formula rather than reinvent it, sticking to an improved version of what fans already love. But not all news is thrilling. Reports indicate that while the Z Fold7 will continue to support the S Pen, the experience might not be quite what fans expect. A disheartening move for S Pen lovers. If you're a longtime Galaxy Z Fold and S Pen enthusiast, brace yourself. Samsung might be dialing back on the stylus's capabilities. According to recent leaks, the Galaxy Z Fold7's S Pen will feature downgraded support, though it's unclear exactly what features could be lost. Speculation suggests we could see a move similar to the Galaxy S25 Ultra, where Samsung removed the Bluetooth chip from its S Pen, stripping away beloved features like air actions and the remote camera shutter. Samsung's new S Pen, thicker, but at what cost? Adding fuel to the speculation, Tipster Panda Flash claims Samsung is working on a new, thicker S Pen designed specifically for the Z Fold7. The larger build could make writing more comfortable, but will it come at the expense of smart functionality? The situation mirrors Samsung's decision with the S25 Ultra's S Pen, removing Bluetooth to reduce weight while maintaining core usability. Could this be the same trade-off for the Z Fold7? Will the Galaxy Z Fold7 keep full S Pen support? Unlike the Galaxy S23 Ultra and earlier Note series, the Galaxy Z Fold lineup has never housed an internal slot for the S Pen, forcing users to buy a separate case. Without that design limitation, Samsung has more flexibility to tweak the stylus experience. However, early leaks suggested the Z Fold7 could be based on the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, which lacks S Pen support entirely, sparking concerns that Samsung might abandon stylus compatibility on its flagship foldable. Thankfully, newer reports indicate that's not the case, at least for now. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest videos covering tech trends, gadgets,